All right, this is the second video I was talking about. The last video I just made was the previous video. It was about I guess ranting about family and history and energy and solutions, remedies and pain. I guess I didn't tag pain with it. But this video, which I was kind of doing it outside in the morning time, but it's like maybe I should be set up. This is my phone I'm using, so I'm thankful I can just have it in my hand and just whip it out and just start making a video. So, so the first video, no, like I just said, the lost and finding direction, whatever. Last video, but this one, I want to speak about climate change. Now, it's not like here's the science, here's the graphs, here's everything. Nope, I don't have that. It's just more or less how I've come to it. So, I'm a landscaper. That's what I do. It's my job. When the winter time came in 2018 into 2019, I was off. I was off. I was like, yeah, all right, cool. I'll try it. Never did it. So I'll just be off instead of switching up my title at the place I'm at. I'll just take the 3 months off. I did that, right? Got onto YouTube. That's the new TV or form of entertainment, education sometimes, and so I'm on it. I think I come across this video. No, actually, I came across this video a while before like probably 2 weeks before the winter break, and it was like this guy named I think Richard Manning or something talking about like grain harvest around the world or some shit. Something just on my YouTube feed recommended. I was like, whatever. It was like an hour long or something. I was like, you know what? I'm at work. I can listen to this and work, or be on the train and listen to this, right? So I'm listening to it. I'm listening to him speak, and I'm like, what? What's going on? What's going on? So then I click on another video with him and like two other people. And again, I'm so busy in a sense. I don't have the time to keep up with everything else. I feel like I'm not the only one that goes through this in life right now. So I'm like, all right. So his name pops up on this video in my recommended feed again about this guy named Dr. Guy McPherson. So I'm just looking at it like, Guy McPherson. It's kind of a weird name. His first name is Guy. You can't pronounce it. I was like, what? So clicked on it, listened to it a little bit, and some of the profound things he was saying shook me. I said, wow, really? Like, what? No. Oh, in 2026, I predict there won't be any humans on the planet. I'm just like, wow, that's like right there. That's less than 10 years from now. Isn't it less than 10 years? No. Yeah, like less than 10 years. So I'm just like, man, less than 10 years? That's fucking crazy. Then I'm just keeping up with the videos on that. Other channels pop up on my feed concerning climate change. So I'm just like, okay, and I'm listening, I'm just taking it all in. And then when I think I hear about positive feedback loops and just one thing, just this one thing also of the aerosol masking effect. I was like, the aerosol masking effect? What the fuck is that? And it's practically an umbrella over the earth. And it's phosphates and certain particles in the air that shield us from the real temperature of the planet so far because of human industrial civilizations. And probably I got that wrong, but watch one of Guy McPherson's videos and see for yourself. He'll break it down way better. It'll be an hour, 30 minutes, or 10 minutes. Just watch one of his videos and you could kind of like day by day you start to get the picture. So then I'm listening. I'm like, nah. So then I started thinking to myself, like, wait a second. And then, someone else I watched talks about Fukushima, the nuclear power plant that melted down catastrophically in Japan in 2011, the tsunami and the earthquake that did it. So I started putting all these things together, and I feel like I've been here before. Like you got always subscribed to me still from day one. Like you've been with me and you've seen my reactions to Illuminati and the world's gonna die in 2012 and what should I do and all this type of shit. And I grew out of that, got productive, got jobs, learned some stuff, learned a trade or two, felt pretty good. not to say I feel like shit now, but just like that's in the back of my head because in a sense, some people might look at that and go, "Yo, come on, Prince G 28, that's not true. Just don't worry about it. Yo, the world's fucked up, but we're gonna make it." But then I really think, and I'm like, "Yo, wait a second. I really kind of believe it." I'm like, it's. If you look at climate related news, it's always been there. Like that's the thing that gets to me. It's always been there. It's always been there. And I'm like, nah, nah, nah. So to imagine it getting worse is possible. So I'm like, oh. So like all the things I've kind of tried to set up and build and do, it's kind of like now flat on its ass. Where I'm just like, well, I really thought if anything, I'd probably live to like 50, 65, like 50, 60, 70s maybe. I might live to that. I don't smoke a lot. I don't drink a lot. I don't fucking do crazy shit. I'm trying to, I play it safe as much as I can, where I think it doesn't make me look too much of like a stick in the mud. But to find out that that's a huge possibility, it kind of dampens just the future of it. Like, probably is Agenda 21, or they're gonna have us all in like greenhouse apartment buildings. But I'm just like I kind of believe it. I kind of see it. I'm just like, it's there. It's there. I see it. I really do see it. So, you know, I just made sauerkraut recently. Like I feel still happy to do what I'm doing. I'm not like giving up my life for nothing, but like I'm certainly just ready to just let go. I feel like that's the big thing that we all need to do, whether it be for the good or the bad. We need to just let go because part of the excuse me, part of the aerosol masking effect that I just mentioned was that um with the aerosol masking effect, if we stop, if you all, I call it this in my head. I'm like, if 50% of the workforce went on strike, probably 60%, 50, 40 to 60% of the workforce in America, around the world, or whatever, just went on strike. The lowering of industrial activity lessens the umbrella effect that it has. So you see a rise in temperature globally immediately. Was the temperature of global temperature now was 1.75 or 1.80 or C Celsius. So a part of the video I mentioned with Richard Manning or something like that about the global food production or something like that. He was mentioning, I think, either it's 3C or 4C. You can't grow grain. Now, in a sense, we don't all eat grain all the time, but in a sense, you do. Your cereals, your spaghetti, your bread, like not your chips, but like something, corn chips, I guess. But like just the essentials we kind of use every day is dwindling. It's dwindling. So, am I super worried? No, I'm not super worried. But at the same time, I'm not super looking forward to the damn possibility of a lifeless planet, because what I think doesn't get mentioned sometimes, depending on how they word it or structure it for the mainstream of people in general, is that when you talk about it, right, climate change, you mention kind of humans. They don't mention life. Like, he's separated. They go, "Oh my God, people in this country are dying from this heat. It's bad." They go, "Wow, it's really bad." But they don't mention the ecology part. They don't mention the web of life part. They just go, "It's bad for human beings." Isn't that sad? Cry for human beings, right? But then the other side of it, or not the other side, but sometimes when you post different articles, they'll be on animals. All these turtles died. You're like, "Oh my God." So it's like we care about issues separately, not holistically, but separately. I mean, if you can be a holistic person and, well, you can just feel like, "Oh my God, all these things matter to me," but how it's reported is very individual on an individual basis. So that's what I have not an issue with, but I've noticed that, and I'm like, oh, I've observed that, and I'm like, okay. So I think that most readers don't accept the whole message of climate change. You just accept the, I don't want to die. I don't want my children to die in 2050. like, so we're kind of like bracing for that date, So for me, the 2026 date, I kind of like that date, even if it's not true. It's so right in your face that you're gonna look at it versus, oh, it's 2050. How old am I? Oh, I'm 32. So I got about 20 more years before I really get serious. And then it's like you're 50 and then you're tired or you forget about it. And then, oh shit, it's right there. So now you're looking at your grandson or your son and you're going thinking, oh my God, will you ever get to my age? So it's like, it's this weird, like, balancing act of selfishness and selflessness. So I find that to be interesting. So yeah, I'm I'm not down. I'm just like, damn it, I could have did this and that, and I could have looking forward to this and that, and even children. Like I look at the children part, I'm like, would I have children on a dying planet? You know, with no kind of guarantee. Now, in a sense, we all kind of some of us kind of live by faith anyway. However, to me, I'm like, look, no, like you want to have some type of guarantee to say, okay, this and this can get done versus it's getting too hot in Australia, people are moving. It's getting too hot in India, people are moving. It's this is real. This is really real. There's places in this country right now that don't have their shelf stocked because there's a food shortage, because farmers can't grow certain foods because of the climate changing. This is real. So it's just kind of like, how real do we want to accept it? Like, how much do we want to accept it? I don't know. But I just keep up to date with some of the climate change news to be abreast about it, and keeping it back in my head, like our days are numbered, really, whether it be prophecy or not. Our days are numbered, so it's kind of interesting that, excuse me, we're not really kind of moving the way we should or could. We're just kind of still doing it. We're not doing anything radical yet, but at the same time, if we probably do something radical, again, like you gotta, guys, whoever watches this video, you have to look into the aerosol masking effect. Just looking into that alone gives you more clarity into the dire situation we are in as a species. Excuse me. So with that said, I'd like to bring this video to a close. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the compassion, the gratefulness, the comments, the understandings, the misunderstandings, and I hope to get some feedback. I don't hope to get no feedback. If just feedback is feedback. It's not, it's not. But I just wanted to, I guess, bring another video to you guys and like, I guess, bring you into what I'm thinking on my day to day in this new Prince G28 you're seeing, or this work in progress Prince G28 you're seeing, since I haven't uploaded a video in about 3 years, 4 or 5 years maybe, I think. So yep. Thanks for listening, and let's see if I can make another video about something, or if not, if it comes to, I'll make some. But just want to check in. Peace.